So, okay, we can start by rewriting the equation. We could have it like 4 into 2x raised to the power 2 minus 6 raised to the power x equals 18, open bracket 3 raised to the power x raised to the power 2. Well, we could write it this way because we know that 2 and x are commutative. So if you bring x inside and you leave these 2 outside and you multiply 2 times x, you still get 2x. Likewise, on this part of the equation, 2 and x are commutative. So if you bring x inside and bring the 2 outside and you multiply 2 times x, you still get 2x. So now, looking at the equation, notice that we have 2 raised by x and 3 raised by x. You can now say let 2 raised to the power x be m and 3 raised to the power x be n. Then rewriting the equation, we can now have 4, this is now m, 4m raised to the power 2 minus, we can even rewrite this 6 raised to the power x to now become 2 times 3 raised to the power x equals 18 bracket 3 raised to the power x is n raised to the power 2. So opening this bracket, we can now have 4m squared minus the x multiplies the powers inside. You have power 1 and power 1 inside, minus 2x times 3x equals 18n squared. Then you can now have 4m squared. Since my 2 raised by x is m and 3 raised by x is n, I can now have it as minus mn equals 18n squared. And continuing on this part of the paper, we can rearrange it because this is like now we are having a quadratic equation. So we now have 4m squared minus mn minus 18n squared equals 0. Plus 18n squared moves over and becomes minus 18n squared. So here, factorizing, we can now have 4m squared. Solving this equation by factorization method, we are going to replace minus mn with minus 9mn plus 8mn minus 18n squared equals 0. So now picking the first two, we now have m being common here, m brackets, m cancels one of the m cancels one m here, we now have 4m remaining, minus divide plus minus, m cancels m, we have 9n remaining, close brackets, what is common here, plus we have 2 being the HCF of 18 and 8, and we have n common, 2n, then open brackets, we have 4, 2 in 8 is 4, n cancels n, we have m, minus 9n, then we have equal to 0. Then refactoring, we now have 4m minus 9n times m plus 2n equals 0. So if this times this equals 0, it means that either this is 0, this is equal to 0, or this m plus 2n is equal to 0. Now going with this first, I can continue with this one. So on this focusing on this equation, we have 4m minus 9n equals 0. You're now having 4m equals 9n because your minus 9n becomes plus 9n here. Then we could divide through by n first of all. So we now have 4m over n equals 9, and also divide through by 4. So we now have m over n equals 9 over 4. But don't forget that m is equal to 2x, 2 raised by x, and n is equal to 3 raised by x. So I'll replace them back. So m, and I have 2 raised by x over 3 raised by x equals 9 over 4. So we could invert this. Inverting this, following laws of indices, we are going to have 1 over 3 raised by x over 2 raised by x equals 9 over 4 if you reverse this. Then we're going to have it this way. 1 over 3 over 2 all raised by x equals 9 over 4. And then, of course, following the laws of indices, we now have it as 3 over 2 raised to the power minus x equals, this one can be written as 3 raised to the power 2, 3 over 4, 3 over 2 raised to the power 2 also, because 9 is 3 raised to the power 2 and 4 is 2 raised to the power 2. So we can now have it as 3 over 2 all raised to the power minus x equals 3 over 2 raised to the power 2, because the power is common to both of them. Then bases can now cancel. Then you now have minus x equals 2, then thereby having x equals minus 2. Then going back to the other equation, the other equation is m plus 2n equals 0. M plus 2n equals 0. So here we can have it as m equals minus 2n. Then of course here also dividing through by n cancels n. We now have m over n equals minus 2. And of course m is 2 raised by x over n is also 3 raised by x. Then equals minus 2. Of course, since they have the common power, we can now write 2 over 3 all raised by x equals minus 2. Then rewriting as a logarithmic term, we now have log base 2 over 3 equals x. Then we now have minus 2 as a number. But this will give us a complex, this is a complex value. So since we have a negative argument, this will give us a complex value. So our only solution to this question will now be x equals minus 2. So that's it.